You're still afraid of every sound.
The situation in Mariupol is both dire, militarily, and heartbreaking.
I heard the bombings and the shootings through the phone. It feels like physical pain, like somebody's just stabbing your heart with a knife.
This is a disaster. This is a genocide.
We appeal to the world leaders to help us.
You forget sometimes that you're still afraid of every sound.
The latest wave of attacks has Kyiv residents on edge. One of them hit a military factory producing armored vehicles, killing at least one person and wounding several others.
The situation in Mariupol is both dire, militarily, and heartbreaking. The city doesn't exist anymore.
The question, though, really hasn't been if Mariupol will fall to the Russians, but more so when.
We are now in probably a critical phase where the issue is going to be whether the Ukrainians can continue to push the Russians out of Ukraine.
Three of the sites hit in today's attack were military. One was civilian.
Mistake or not, civilians are dead and that tire shop is destroyed.
It's been a safe haven for weeks for exhausted refugees fleeing the fighting. Today, that appears to have changed.
Я вважаю, що зараз по всій країні не є безпечно і
Shelter, this way.
The battle for eastern Ukraine is underway and could be pivotal in the country's future.
All my life we lived peacefully, she says. Now you go to bed dressed so that you're always ready.
If you have children, if you take a time, please, couple of weeks more. Don't move so fast.
We might have only a few days or even hours left. The enemy's units are 10 times larger than ours. They have supremacy in the air, artillery, and units that are dislocated on the ground, equipment, and tanks. We appeal to the world leaders to help us.
The Sarmat is a heavy ICBM that can reportedly carry as many as 10 large warheads and other weapons. The Pentagon says the U.S. was informed in advance about the test and considers it routine, but the U.S. canceled its own ICBM test earlier this month, saying it might be misinterpreted.
The last remaining Ukrainian fighters are holding out inside a steel plant, along with about 1,000 civilians. And we're now getting an update on their situation, and it comes from Vladimir Putin himself.
Это тот случай, когда мы должны думать, то есть мы всегда должны.
He's ordering his troops not to storm that steel plant. Instead, he says it should be sealed so that, and I quote, not even a fly could escape.
I am aware of the fact that they have taken the major part of Mariupol, a long time ago, and there's some part that is still a stronghold of our military, and they are still defending it.
Most of this is really focusing on heavy weapons. Some of it is focusing on helping with services for Ukrainian people there. And then you've got a bit on bringing those that are fleeing the country to the U.S.
Putin is banking on us losing interest. He's still betting on that. And once again, we're going to prove him wrong.
"61 people from Canada's Who's Who added to Russia's no-go list."
They show rows and rows of new graves being added next to an existing cemetery over a period of about 2 weeks, starting in March. Mariupol's mayor says they are mass graves.
The general revealed that Russia is also looking to secure the south of Ukraine, create what's called a land bridge to Crimea, but not just that, to go even further west, right up to the country of Moldova, where there is a breakaway region called Transnistria, and that would cut off Ukraine from the Black Sea.